How rebirth happens in Buddhism. Ambient meditative music fades in softly. Have you ever looked into the eyes of a newborn and felt like they carried the weight of 1,000 stories? Or met someone for the first time, but felt like you've known them for lifetimes? In today's episode, we're opening the door to one of Buddhism's most fascinating and often misunderstood teachings: rebirth. What is it? How does it happen? And what does it mean for you? Stay with me, because this might just shift how you view life, death, and everything in between. In the West, the idea of being born more than once is often dismissed as fantasy. Yet billions of people across Asia and beyond have grown up with a different truth: that this life is just one stop in a much longer journey. In Buddhism, rebirth is not a mystical reward or punishment. It's not reincarnation in the sense of a soul hopping from one body to another. It's more subtle, more scientific, even. It's the continuation of energy, the movement of cause and effect beyond a single lifetime. Let's break it down. There is no soul, yet there is continuity. One of the core principles of Buddhism is anatta, or non-self. Unlike many traditions that speak of an eternal soul, Buddhism teaches that the self is an illusion. We're not a fixed identity trapped in a body. We're a process of flow made up of 5 aggregates: form, sensations, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness. So when we die, there isn't a soul that escapes and floats upward. Instead, it's like a flame lighting another candle. The new flame isn't identical to the first. But without the first flame, without the causes, it wouldn't exist. Rebirth is that lighting. It's the continuation of karma, of tendencies, of habits flowing into a new form. The science of rebirth, how it happens. Imagine this. You're falling asleep at night. One moment you're aware, the next you're gone. But in the morning, you wake up. A new day. A new you. Still you, but not exactly the same. In Buddhist thinking, death is like that moment of falling asleep. And rebirth is waking up in another bed, with another name, another body, and no memory of yesterday. So what gets carried over? Not your name, not your job, not your possessions. What continues is karma, the mental energy, habits, desires, and emotional imprints you've cultivated. Think of it like a stream. Drop a pebble in the water upstream, and eventually, that ripple reaches downstream, sometimes softly, sometimes with a wave. When we die, our final thoughts, attachments, and mental state combined with our lifelong karmic momentum set the direction for where and how we'll be reborn. This is not a lottery. This is energetic cause and effect. Pause with me a moment. If your next life is shaped by the energy you're creating now, what are you cultivating? What thoughts? What habits? If this idea resonates with you, share this episode with someone who's curious about life beyond the obvious. You might just light a spark of remembrance. The 6 realms of rebirth. According to Buddhist cosmology, rebirth doesn't just mean coming back as another human. There are 6 realms one can be born into, depending on karma. 1. God realm, filled with pleasure, but spiritual progress is rare. 2. Demigod realm, full of jealousy and constant comparison. 3. Human realm, balanced with both suffering and opportunity, the most favorable for enlightenment. 4. Animal realm, instinct-driven, limited awareness. 5. Hungry ghost realm, beings tormented by insatiable cravings. 6. Hell realm, intense suffering from deep-rooted hatred or violence. These aren't necessarily places in space. They can also be states of mind we experience even within this life. Ever felt consumed by rage? You've touched the hell realm. Ever been lost in addiction or craving? That's the hungry ghost. Felt deep peace and clarity? You've brushed the higher realms. Your actions, thoughts, and choices determine which realm your consciousness gravitates toward now and beyond. Can you remember past lives? Some people, especially children, have described memories from past lives, often verified with remarkable accuracy. But for most of us, those memories are hidden. Why? Because if we remembered everything, we'd be overwhelmed. Buddhism teaches that forgetting is a mercy, not a punishment. However, deep meditation and mindfulness practice can sometimes uncover echoes, feelings of déjà vu, unexplained fears or attractions, or a strange sense that you've done this before. These aren't proof, but they are whispers, invitations to go deeper. What this means for you. So what does all of this mean? It means this life isn't a standalone event. It's a chapter, a precious chance to grow, to awaken, to shift direction. It means you have more power than you realize. You can heal the karma of your past by choosing awareness today. You can influence your future lives by planting seeds of compassion, truth, and wisdom now. Life is short, but the journey is long. And what you do with this moment, this thought, this breath echoes across lifetimes. If this episode gave you pause, if it stirred something ancient within you, follow this podcast, rate it, and share it with one person on the path of awakening. Let's grow together, not just in this life, but through the endless unfolding of existence. Until next time, breathe deeply, live consciously, and walk gently across time.